Good morning, cultists! Welcome back to another unbalanced breakfast with CthuLoops. In the last episode, we finally had a succession. That's right. Pluten, the first emperor of Velnius, bit the bucket at the tender age of 73. He was of course personally responsible for the deaths of 312 people, which is why he was known as the Dreaded. And now we are Miwino the Generous. Why is he called generous? Maybe because he's charitable? But I like to think that it's because he hasn't killed nearly as many as his father. So far, we only have 20 kills as Miwino. These are rookie numbers. We gotta boost these numbers up. So to that end, I think we're gonna do a lot more warring. Though not war for territory. I think what we're gonna do is some flower wars. And I have some targets in mind. So we could go for Avaria, but they're tribal, so they don't have a lot of lands for us to, you know, pillage and raid and prisoners and all that such. What we could go for are the feudal people next to us. So, say Germany here. We don't seem to have a flower war. Maybe Austria? They're tribal. No flower war. France? Huh. Is it because I'm not a Hemoarch? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I actually need to be a Hemoarch. Okay. Then I guess what we could do is we could actually go raiding in the meantime until we get enough prisoners to sacrifice to our blood gods and then become a Hemoarch and then maybe do flower wars, though I'm still not entirely sure if that's the requirement. Last I checked, there didn't seem to be any stipulation about me being a Hemoarch, but that could actually be it. Well, in any case, gotta do some, I guess, housekeeping stuff, some minor housekeeping stuff before we start. First things first, I noticed that there is a rename function in the artifact window, so we're gonna rename the Seamless Robe of Jesus to the Sacred Bathrobe. I could also name it the Grundle Washer, but, you know, Sacred Bathrobe sounds a little bit more dignified, but maybe down the line as we pass it down from generation to generation, we'll name it what it is. It's basically gonna be just used to wash our grundle and our taint and, I mean, the various names that you can give to that region of your body. But, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, right. One other thing that I need to do is let me just use my Baltic Holds ability to upgrade the County of Novgorod as much as I can. Fantastic. So now, whoever we install into this place will be become feudal along with us, I think? Hopefully. But we'll see. And speaking of becoming feudal, I think we may actually need to become feudal in this episode. I think we may have pretty much hit our limit with what we can accomplish as a non-feudal leader. Now, I realize that it can actually give away the kingdom titles, but I don't really want to. I think that might make me a little weak. Being an emperor as a tribal leader is a lot different from being an emperor as a feudal leader, because the armies of your vassals don't really count towards your armies. I realize that I have like 12,000 troops available at my disposal, but still, you want your vassals' troops to count towards your troops as well. That way you don't get a lot of dissent and factionalism and all that such. So yeah, I think we may actually need to become feudal. Now, let's wait until we have basically everything upgraded to either a 2 or a 4 before we go ahead and switch our government type. Because once we get to level 4, then we'll be able to, once we switch over to feudalism, that'll become a level 2 for whatever it is. Yeah, right, so our war camp level 4 will become a barracks level 2. And our practice range level 2 will become a militia training ground level 1. So if you're not aware of, if you haven't really played around as being tribal before, then that's kind of how it works. It upgrades in, when you switch over to feudal, it upgrades in levels of 2. So at level 2 war camp, it will become level 1 barracks when you convert to feudal. And then when you're at level 4 war camp, it'll convert to level 2 barracks. However, the issue right now is that it's going to take us like 3 years to basically upgrade our training grounds to level 3. So it's gonna take a lot longer for us to upgrade our stuff to get to a decent level before we turn feudal. And I realize that it's cheaper to use prestige than it is to use money, but we actually had no problem getting to like almost 2,000 ducats when we were trying to, you know, create our custom empire by looting shit. So I think money's not going to be too difficult, knock on wood. So we'll wait until we have stuff upgraded at least to level 2 with a lot of this. Maybe not so much for Nalcia here, but, you know, we'll do what we can. I just don't want to spend too much time, you know, waiting for stuff to get upgraded and all that such. So, yeah, and I realize that I'm a little far away from being able to implement Imperial Administration, what would mean needing level 5 in Majesty, but okay. Sure, why not? I guess Majesty level 2? Sure, I guess that works. So we're just 3 levels away from being able to implement Imperial Administration. But of course we need to also install feudalism and all that such. Okay, well, if we can't do Flower Wars, I'd say let's just go raiding. And I believe our Holy Order is up north in Denmark. And speaking of Denmark, let's antagonize this guy. Trying to get this guy killed so that we can nullify our truce and then go for the County of Ingria. But I don't think we're gonna get a lot of support in our assassination plot, so I think it's better if we antagonize him, or at least try to antagonize him, turn him into our rival, and then challenge him out in the open fields of blood. Yeah, might be a good idea, but we'll see. Alright, well in the meantime, troops, please land in Novgorod, and I will let my Holy Order replenish. And then once they have been fully replenished, we'll go ahead and start raiding these lands. We might actually be able to get a bit of a head start on some of them, because I don't know if Austria really has any lands for us to loot. No, maybe Germany. Yeah, Passau? That might not be a bad place to loot, unless it's already being looted by someone else, but I don't think so. And Slavobor has become a tough soldier. Slavobor, I really don't give a rat's ass about you. Can I just release you? Get out of here, Slavobor. You're good. And speaking of prisoners, Essen? Yes, I can now recruit Essen. Fantastic. Essen, can I get you matrilinearly married to someone of my dynasty? That's gonna be a little tough, isn't it? Alright, well, I mean, if we have some excess children, then maybe we'll get them married. And you created the Ealdom of Northrayer or something. Pattier, I don't really give a rat's ass. When did you get syphilis? Or have you always had syphilis? Most likely she's always had syphilis. And you've discovered a plot where this guy wants to fabricate a claim on the Kingdom of Estonia. Can you not? Please? Can you not? The flighting. Many warriors have gathered in the Great Hall tonight. The dinner has just started, and I already feel eager to test my mettle against one of them. It has been some time since we had a good fighting, and there are plenty of candidates known for their crude manners and their sharp tongue for me to choose from. So we can have a flighting with this lady, who is apparently the concubine of the King of Avaria. And she's also pregnant. You know what? What's my diplomacy? 19? It's not bad. Maybe we'll have a fighting with care over here. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do an easy fight. No. Agita. Looks like a good match to me. Sure, why not? I stand up and shout Agita's name in the dining hall, catching many warriors' attention, and challenge her to a flighting. Now I only need to decide on what subject will cut deeper under Agita's skin. Is she lustful? She is. She's also proud. Do you dress as a warrior because you could never pass as a lady? There you go. Fantastic. Agita decides to try and tease me by claiming that my virility is legendary, if only amongst dwarves. And what's wrong with that? I have no idea what you're talking about. You hear the crowd snickering at you. Really? Come on, guys. We spar with words for a while, but soon Agita's face grows red with rage and embarrassment, surrounded by the laughter of the other warriors, unable to put together a coherent response. Much like my reading ability, my opponent has clearly lost the flighting. Let's not duel her. I'd say let's just try to make her my friend. Sure, why not? Great. And also, I think Miwino's 46 years old. He's fairly old. I don't want Vanthus to die, so can we maybe replace Vanthus with another dude? Yeah. Trey Dennis, you are absolute garbage, but let's get you replaced. So Vanthus is back at our court. Just gonna make sure that Vanthus don't die or something. And what else? Right. Let's also compose a book. Sure, why not? And we're gonna go for Martial yet again because that is what Miwino is best at. And last but not least, let's go search for a smith. I'm hoping that we can get some armor or weapon crafted. But since we already have the Axe Perkunas, which is probably one of the better weapons I've ever seen, let's just stick with going for armor, because I don't think I have any armor yet. What type of smith do you wish to send for? I mean, I'd be very happy if we could get Will Smith, but, you know, if you can't, then maybe someone else? I don't know. Sure, why not? Armor smith it is. Fantastic. And what is this? You want me to... Wait, what do you want me to do? Oh, you want... Wage war? Against France? With their 10,000 troops? I'd say no. Thank you very much. Yeah, no need for that. And speaking of troops, let's also try to boost our retinue a little bit more. There we go, we got 4 dudes plonked out, who will of course undergo mitosis to then become many more dudes. Or at least that's the idea anyways. Come on, retinue or holy order, you guys can really do some more boosting. My Marshal Darbislav got a Bunar... Is that really your name? Darbislav got a Bunaret. Okay, well, Darby has told me about a remarkable armorsmith residing in Sudovia. He suggested that I invite the man to my court to see his work for myself. If he manages to impress me, I could order my own custom-made item. Yeah, you know what? Sure, why not? I have no idea if this guy's a good smith, but great. War camp has been built in Kaunas. Can we build anything else here in the meantime? No, let's stop it there. Yeah, I think we're good. Once the armorsmith's craftsmanship has been checked by my most knowledgeable attendants to ensure the quality was sufficient, I received him in my throne room. He introduced himself as Master Vishley and gestured towards his numerous assistants, who all carried examples of his work. Does my first Vedilla have anything special in mind? I am in need of protection. Make me a strong and sturdy set of armor. Sure, why not? War camp built in Deltuva. And I'd say let's stop for that as well. And I believe the little holding in Novgorod has been completely demolished, so let's go ahead and install someone who is fit to rule there. And I was also looking for courtiers to throw out in between episodes. Couldn't really find any good candidates, as it were. Let's go with this guy. Butovit. Or Butovit. Maybe ovit is a verb in Lithuanian or Latgalian, which is our actual culture. And maybe it's something to do with butt stuff, which is definitely possible. Okay, Butovit or Buttman, you can take the... Nope, not the kingdom, but the High Chiefdom of Novgorod. And let's also create the Duchy of Veps. Thank you, and we shall grant it to you, my good friend. There you go. Great. So now we just need the Duchy of Sokov. Come on, Denmark. Hate me. A set of armor, I see. An excellent choice, my first Vedilla, says Master Vishley and calls forward an assistant cradling several sets of armor in his arms. I have a couple of examples here. One must determine what one need and how much one is willing to pay, though they would all serve your highness well. 400 ducats for the very best armor. Let's do it. Yeah. And we lost our steward. Unbelievable. Died of an infection. Good grief, man. Good grief. Alright. Juvaji? Or whatever your name is? Let's have you building a legend. And speaking of council, can we? Yes, we can. Perfect. So let's get the banishment law passed. As I was walking towards Master Vishley's smithy, I could not hear the sound of progress, but instead the sound of voices talking. I found Vishley and my friend Drong discussing different metals and their compositions. All this talk was making my head spin and definitely halting the progress on the work I have ordered. There's no harm in visually taking some time to help Drong. So, Drong gains stewardship, which is great, I guess. Or do we upset Vishli? You know what? Sure, why not? I don't think there's any real need for that. Sure, great. Nope, absolutely not. You will not get land from me. Hell no, G.I. Joe. Okay, we're about there. The monument promised by High Chief... Oh, my former steward is finished. I guess they finished it, after he died? Upon unveiling, a statue of yourself is revealed and you notice the crowd smiling and giving you a round of applause. I have no words. It is too much, remove it. Well, I mean, he's dead, so I guess we're asking someone else. You know what? I have no words. Fantastic. And Aletta is deaderoni. I don't really give a rat's ass. Great, thank you for your praise, Elder. Ah, right. So our retinue, or sorry, our Holy Order is ready to rumble. So let's get these guys down here, and you guys can get started with the County of Cham. Come on. I was struck with nervous excitement when Master Vishli announced that the set of armor was nearing its completion. Today I have received the Master in my throne room as he unveils the armor rack. I find it almost impossible to breathe. What will you name her, my first Vedilla? This armor shall be my guardian, shall be my champion, shall fear the warden. Let's go with champion. I think that sounds appropriate for us as warmongering dudes. Now, champion, quality 3, martial +1, personal combat skill +10. Nice! Very nice. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. Nope, not, well, you know what? I guess, sure, why not? And what is this? She wants to kill me? But why? Ah, fuck, I can't, oh wait, no, that's Vanthus. You're trying to kill Vanthus. Why? Can't believe you've done this. Or at least I can't believe you've thought about doing this. I guess is the better expression there. Alright. Holy Order, let's get you guys to... Oh, you know what? France is looking fat and juicy. Yeah, let's go after France. And if they actually send troops to fight us... Whoa, they're down to 5,000 dudes? Some of his sycophants would claim that Valkyr Arnbjorn is a very humble man, but how could his quiet and self-deprecating attitude hide anything but cowardice? I must make sure that everyone knows the true nature of this wicked person. Yeah, let's do it. Let's mock him. Valkyr Arnbjorn has challenged you to a duel for honor. The only respectable response would be to accept the challenge. -20%, -20 personal combat skill. Let's do it. My axe of Perkunas felt like an extension of my arm, and around us, the onlookers held their breath. I moved purposely, and in a whirlwind of blows, they were down. Once the duel was over, I mopped the sweat off my brow. Arnbjorn dead. Yes. Unlimited power. Okay. Oh, I see. Alright, you know what? Let's declare war against this guy for the County of Ingria. That's right. And this time, we're going to actually use our... You guys are already set to raid, right? Ah, shit. Damn it. I should have set them to raid first. That was completely my mistake. Alright, we're gonna use our domain troops for this action. And vassals, please attend me. You know what? Holy Order, since you guys can't raid, you might as well just go up north and do that instead. Sorry, blast Denmark in the ass there. And it seems that we might be able to do some drive-by ass blasting here. Yep, I get it. You have a lot of people that you're gonna call into your war. And this guy wants to fabricate a claim on the kingdom of Galicia Volhynia. Well, let's get him to like me more by asking him to stop backing that plot, and then we'll get him to just end that plot in general. I guess I don't really need to, but whatever, it's fine. And you guys are... Great. Have we had any prisoners so far? Nope. Bittens. Were you named after a cat? Let's just release you. I don't really feel the need to keep her locked up anymore. Not that I remember why she was locked up in the first place, but whatever. Ah, Denmark. I see your troops in my lands here. Attaboy. Dead. Not dead. Can we ransom any of these gits? We can't. Then we sacrifice. For the blood gods. Fantastic. Is that enough to make me a Hemophant? I'm assuming not. Okay, let's move up into... it's a little risky to send our troops there. But thankfully, someone seems to have recently blasted France in the ass. So maybe we'll be okay. Can I upgrade any of these things in the meantime? In the next 3 years or so. Is that possible, do you think? The supply limit here is garbage. Absolute garbage. Alright. Then I guess there's not much we can really do. Oh, Zigny. You know what? Let's try to make Zigny my lover. Oh, fantastic. For a moment, the world stood still. I could not breathe. Then the most radiant, heartwarming smile spread across Zigny's pale face. I thought you would never ask me, Winnow. The 62-year-old lady said. Is she pale because maybe she doesn't have a lot of blood in her system? Because she's really old? And let's duel this guy. What? Oh. This... really? He failed? What an incompetent buffoon. What an absolute tit. And we are, of course, losing troops thanks to attrition. Okay, Patier, can I recruit you? Oh, your liege is your daddy-o. Okay. Well, I believe then what we can do is we can take her on as a concubine and then give her away. Now the question is... we don't really have anyone to, you know, get her matrilineally hitched to. So, maybe that'll have to wait. Right, you know what? That's fine. And how are we doing with the rating of France? We aren't. Why? Oh, we are now. That was odd, but okay. Alright, move on into Aris. And these guys are done here. Let's have you guys move up as well. Sweet. Yeah, sure. You know what? Let's invest in your stuff. Why not? Am I also writing the book? What's happening with the book writing? Can we write something amazing? Like Ordinary Beasts and How to Hunt Them? Which I maintain was probably the best book title I've ever made in the in my whole time of playing CK2. That definitely came as a surprise, but a welcome one. Alright, seems like France is actually... oh. I believe France may be a little upset about me raiding their lands and all that such. Ah, okay. Is France actively trying to blast me in the ass? Sure, let's be friends. What's happening with France here? Why are they... On our way to the plains of Lubeck tribe, a huge boulder blocks our path. Having been riding for days, my muscles are aching for a real challenge. Recruit, I bark at a young boy carrying a weapon far too big for his hands. Hand me that hammer, and of course we will become brawny. Cause why not? And of course we've won our war against Denmark too. Now, do we have... yeah, we have a fair bit of troops, people that we can ransom and also sacrifice. Right, so let's ransom whoever we can, and then we'll just sacrifice the rest. As is our usual modus operandi. Where are they headed? They're headed down to Osterwald. Let's follow them down there. Great. Any more people to ransom? One girl. I guess we'll... yeah, sure, why not? Oh, jeez. Ah, get out of here! Thank you. Have you accepted the ransom? I guess you have. Then these guys get sacrificed. Oh, you poor, poor heathens. Well, maybe not so poor, because you get to serve our blood gods. In hell. Yes, we become a Hemoarch. Fantastic. Alright, so let's actually get our troops back to our territory, and then we'll end the war. I don't think there's any need to drag this out any longer. Yeah, especially not when our allies are too dumb to, you know, properly manage their attrition and all that such. Alright, you guys are back home. That's great. That is, of course, my Holy Order, I believe. Yep, and these guys are coming back home too. Sweet. Okay, we're good? Whoa, what the dicks? Yeah. Dismiss. And we're done, Denmark. Fantastic. Now, the County of Ingria. Ingria is... I believe Sokov is meant to be the capital of the Duchy of Sokov. So then let's give Ingria over to... No, not the Content Dude. Again, I like to collect Content Dudes for myself. Kage, my nephew. My bastard nephew. Dare we? No, let's not. Ah, Strongman. Yeah, there you go. You know what? Sure, let me gift you the gift of upgraded holdings. Wooden Hill Fort. That's all we can manage there because the technology is absolute rubbish. Why not? There you go. Make some strong babies that we can breed into our own bloodline and all that such. And Miss in Sokov? Sure. Why not? You can be the new Chiefess of Sokov. Perfect. So I believe that is every little bit of territory that we need for our entire, or for our de jure empire borders. Yep. Looking absolutely fantastic. Now, let's do this. Feudalism, here we come. Prepare yourselves. Awesome. We've done it. We've finally done it. I don't know if I made the right choice here or not, but you know what? We've done it. So, no looking back. We're heading into this dig first. And yes, we will create a new vassal. And all these holdings, of course. Now, I could be a bit more careful and try to find someone who's actually better suited for these things, but they're so underdeveloped. At this point, it really doesn't matter. We only have 600 ducats, though. You know what? We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And I have about 6,000 troops to my name. I have apparently gone more than double over the allotted retinue slot. Nice. So I guess I shouldn't actually have about 7,000 troops as retinue. Cool. Hopefully this will improve a little bit, but probably not. I think we may need to rely on our chosen of Perkunas for a long time. For a while, at least. Alright, so Steward, let's have you collecting taxes in Vilnius. And, of course, we can upgrade the castle town and such, which we'll do first. What? High Chief Carl, obviously the ancestor of Carl Grimes from the hit TV show and also comic book series or graphic novel series, The Walking Dead, wants to form a non-aggression pact. Absolutely not. Who do you think you are, and why do you think you have any right to request a non-aggression pact with me? Patier? Still no. Alright, fine. Be that way, Patier. Once we have our chosen of Perkunas fully replenished, let's go ahead and do some, I guess... What now? Oh, he wants to fabricate a claim on the Kingdom of Pomerania. Can you not? Thanks. Not that it really matters. What's with our vassal limit? Okay, do we actually have any... Ah, okay, we don't actually have any feudal vassals. That's why. Well, that would also explain the paltry amount of vassal troops that I'd be getting. Which is fine, I guess. Being such an industrious ruler, you have not gone unnoticed by the population of Vilnius. By paying the county elders a personal visit, they would surely be inspired and the peasants would feel particularly appreciated. A small donation would also go a long way, of course. 15 ducats? Sure, why not? And we have an old Romuvan uprising yet again. Awesome. And they are up there. Go deal with that for me, please. And then we'll look into doing some raiding and also flower warring. Yeah, actually... Whoa! I guess France has just exploded yet again? Oh, France. You fool. Well, seeing as how we don't really have a lot of vassals, because they're all tribal and they don't count. I think maybe expanding a little bit might not be a bad idea here. Now, do we want to expand westward or eastward? I think westward would be a little better in terms of the financial situation, because then we get to, you know, burn down holdings and also, whatchamacallit, gain better prisoners and all that such, right? Sacrificed. There we go. Oh, right, also, let me check. So now that I am a Hemoarch, let me see if that's it. That's actually it. So I need to be a Hemoarch in order to do Flower Wars. Interesting. Huh. Didn't realize that that was a stipulation, but there you have it. Okay, what do you want me to do for ambition? Build a war chest? Sure, why not? Great. Okay, so like I said, we can expand westward. I'm thinking maybe we should try to take the Kingdom of Saxony here. Or we could expand eastward. While easier, doesn't really offer us a lot of, you know, a lot in the ways of financial gain. Maybe we should actually try to finish off Scandinavia. Might not be a bad idea either. Then we'll have the top part of our, you know, empire here covered, at the very least. Maybe? I guess at this point, the world is our mollusk. So, yeah. But yeah, I think I might... Here's the thing, though. I kind of want to weaken this Christian world. Since we're so young, I kind of want to weaken them so that they basically get kneecapped, and it makes it a lot more difficult for them to, you know, grow stronger. So to that end, I think what we could probably do is wage a holy war against Saxony over here. Try to take the Duchy of Ostphalia. Hopefully that'll incite the other Christian realms around us to join in the defense of Saxony. And then we can use that as an excuse to just completely demolish them with our holy order. Because these guys, these Christians around us, if we went toe-to-toe against them, they would absolutely not stand a chance whatsoever. So if that's the case, then maybe we don't even need to do a flower war. Maybe we just do a holy war for Ostphalia. Well, I know for a fact that Austrasia would definitely be involved, so that would be a great way for us to gain money by burning down their holdings and also ransoming their prisoners. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Or at least, that's what I'm thinking anyways. Hopefully, I haven't adopted feudalism too quickly, but I guess we'll see, right? Alright, well, let's leave this off here for now and carry out our plans, whatever they may be, in our next episode. So for now, thanks for watching and have a good breakfast!